be difficult.
What stood out to you 2 years ago, seeing that Penn State line and what they were able to do in that game?
Yeah, that was definitely a tough game for us, right? Definitely a lot of growth from that game. You know, we were a different line last year than we were 2 years ago, but we understood that. We needed to grow and grow up. We were very immature at that point, but Coach Barnett's done a great job helping us get to where we need to be, and we understand that we're not nearly where we want to be, right? You're never going to be perfect, and that's kind of the reality. Football's an imperfect game, but as long as you continue to get better, things will kind of work itself out.
Tell us about the wedding.
Wedding, yeah, it was great. Got married almost a week and a half ago now in Sioux City. It was a lot of fun. I had over half of my groomsmen were offensive linemen, so we had to get a lot of food. But I mean, it was just so much fun to be able to see everybody I love in the same room, right? It was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
Who are your groomsmen?
So Herkett was my best man. I had Logan Lee, then I had Nick DeYoung, Mason Richmond, Jeremy Chaplin, Tyler Ellsbury, Connor Colby, brother-in-law, buddy back home, and then my wife's two brothers as well. So a lot of Iowa football players there.
So 3 weddings in 3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Because Aaron Graves just got married?
Aaron Graves, he was the first one to get married. And
Okay.
he got a honeymoon, so he took the good weekend. He did.
So were you in Herkett's wedding then too?
Yeah, I was his best man.
Okay.
So, yeah, a lot of fun.
Oh, it sounds like royalty. I mean,
Yeah.
10 groomsmen.
Yeah.
Man, that's a lot of time. I can't imagine the bridesmaid dresses. How many?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, what's the feeling when you see a player like Caleb Johnson break through a hole that you created so wide open? What's the feeling as a lineman?
I don't think there's any better feeling. One, because you're tired and you get to see him run to the end zone, you're like, oh, I get a breakdown. But, I mean, just to be able to do that, I mean, your job as an offensive lineman is to create holes. And to be able to see him run clean and not get touched, I mean, you got to, like, that just feels so good. And then have running backs like that. I mean, even when you're wrong, like you mess up or something, they'll make you right. It's the best feeling ever. And as an offensive lineman, your job is to just keep the quarterback clean and make holes for the running back. So when that happens, you're like, oh, we did our job there. Let's do it again, right? So.
Kirk always talks about you guys, and you could microwave the experience.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you're fully microwaved now?
Fully microwaved?
As a line, or almost microwaved?
Oh, I don't think we're even close, and I think that's the most exciting part. You know, we've got some young guys who are going to get opportunities to play this year, and I'm super excited for them. And, you know, the second you think you're microwaved, right, you're done for. You're going to get beat. Everybody in that room knows that we're not where we want to be, and we're going to continue to grow and get better. And you got to do that every day if you want to be the best. Right? If you just stop and get complacent, that's when you get ran over.
I know you were recruited in Iowa as a defensive lineman. Did you play O-line in high school?
Yep.
So, like, did you play center in high school? Or?
Freshman year, I played a little bit of center, and then I was a tackle mostly.
What do you just the transition from like who first came up with like told you like, hey, what do you think about switching the offense?
Yeah, I mean, there were kind of rumors ever since I got on campus, like, oh, you're going to get switched. But it really happened after, when was it? 2021, right? Coach Ferentz had come up to me, and he was like, hey, like, I want to put this idea in your head. Right? It's your choice what you want to do. And, you know, it was a pretty easy decision for me. You know, you look at the guys who have switched positions, Dallas Clark, Aaron Campman, Tyler Linderbaum, they're all super successful, especially at the NFL level, right? So if I were to be like, no, I don't want to, then I'd be an idiot, right? He knows what he's doing, and, you know, it worked out for me.
Did you have like a welcome to the show moment of like this is what it's going to take to play like center in the Big Ten?
Oh yeah, I mean, Y.A. Black, every single day, my first year to 2 years, right at center, he's gigantic. He's 340 pounds, 6'6". His arms are massive, so you got to be ready to roll if you're going to go against him, especially in the run game, right? And he humbled me quite a few times, which has helped me to get to where I am today now.
Was it easy for you to temper expectations for yourself when you switched? Because naturally, when you switched, you know, you're following an all-time great, probably in the Big Ten, Tyler Linderbaum. You know, the journey to being the center, the number, I mean, everything, being an in-state kid. I mean, was it difficult for you to just trust the process and stay with it, or how would you kind of approach that?
I think it definitely was difficult, right? I got in there, I was like, oh, Lindy did it, I'm going to be really good this year, right? And, that's what you think. You're like, I'm going to be really good. But the hard reality is, like, I wasn't. Like, that's the truth. And you have to have an honest self-evaluation, look back at that season. And, you could say, oh, it was my first year, it's okay. It's not, right? Like, you have to be able to be real with yourself and understand that's not where you want to be. And that's where the growth happens, right? You understand where you were and you understand where you need to be. And that first season was humbling, man, and I think I needed to be humbled. I was a starter, like, oh, okay. But I was young. I was like, I've arrived. But the truth is, I was nowhere where I wanted to be or needed to be, especially to be successful at the Big Ten level, right? You can go out there and go through the motions and do whatever, but that's not what I wanted to do. I had bigger goals and aspirations than just be out there on Saturdays. I want to do bigger things than that.
At what point were you like, did you feel like you started to pick things up, like you were getting momentum?
I think, I think towards the third year, right, things started to I was a little more confident in the way I was doing things, understood what I needed to do, the concepts of things and whatnot. And then started seeing bigger pictures, right? The game started to slow down a little bit for me, and I'm still not where I want to be, but I kind of see a bigger picture now. It's not so focused on this. I can just see more on what's going on, which helps me a lot, especially at center.
There's like 3 tasks that you have to do on every single play. One is, identify in the pre-snap what the alignment is, where the mic is, everything like that. Help set your blocks. 2, snap the ball.
Yep.
3, get to your block and within a fraction of a second. How difficult is it to process to be able to do all of that to where you're not necessarily thinking, you're just reacting or just doing? How challenging is that for you?
Initially, I think it was very challenging. The switch, just you got to make the calls, understand where they're going. I had to understand where they're going, and that was difficult for me. And I had some struggles, but the guys around me kind of had a good idea. Mason Richmond especially helped me out with that, and Tyler Ellsbury. But as time went on, I kind of started to understand what exactly I needed to do and the responsibility I had. If I'm not confident in my call and where these guys need to go, why should they be confident? You know what I mean? So as soon as I got that, things kind of started to click, especially for the whole unit up front. You have to be confident in what your job is and what you're doing, and that just takes practice, right? Seeing things, pictures and whatnot. Practice is where you get all that confidence from, and then on Saturdays it becomes a lot easier.